Parents for 77,000 North Carolina students rolled the dice on financial help, applying for an opportunity scholarship or school voucher this year. To move 55,000 forward off of wait lists, it's the banker or lawmaker's turn to fully fund the expansion. With 23 eligible choices in Buncombe County, schools like Odyssey Community School become more viable.
We think the Opportunity Scholarship is a game changer. It's certainly effective for us financially to be able to accept more students.
Putting more players or students in the game.
They really prioritize marginalized families or families of a certain income to access different modes of education.
One criticism, wealthier families able to pay for private options for years may now count against and drain funds from the public education system.
The top two tiers, we saw 55% of applicants last year come from those top two tiers. Tier 3 is people who make over $115,000 a year. Tier 4 is people who make over $260,000 a year. So both of those tiers combined, that's the top 8% of households when it comes to wealth in North Carolina.
Representative Lindsay Prather says the projected impact leaves public school funding to chance.
Does this siphon off money from the public schools without much accountability?
It absolutely does, yes. So some of the money that we've been putting towards expanding this taxpayer-funded private school voucher program is coming from the lottery fund, the North Carolina Education Lottery Fund.
Add in what a system might lose per student, and in Buncombe County, the projected impact is $5 million, or 3%. It's also 3% for Rutherford County. Madison and Mitchell counties could see a 5% decline in state funding, McDowell 4%. Dr. Eric Howard sees it as a chance for public and private schools to collaborate.
And it's funny, it's the word opportunity. I really feel like this is a grand opportunity to work with a bunch of folks. I mean, it truly is.
Playing on what each system does best.
Because at the end of the day, we're all educators. We all want the best for students in this county and across the nation, and teachers make a difference.
Not using funding to pit player against player.
We're expanding this money for private schools all at the same time that we're not funding our public schools. And so you can't argue that you're trying to provide families a choice if you're underfunding one of those choices.
Let's lean into it, and maybe the politicians will be like, wait, hold up. They're working together, they're leaning into this thing, wait, hold up, we might have a network of schools that we all can collaborate and work together.
The change impacts every player, whether you have kids in school or not.
Almost every county in North Carolina is having to raise their property taxes this year, almost every single one. And it's because they're having to increasingly cover the gap of when the state legislature is not funding schools at the level that it should.